What's up, everybody? Got another quick video. This one here dates back to like 1991. It's about this guy. I met him in El Reno, Oklahoma. We're en route to Sheridan, Oregon, and he asked me where I was from. And I seen him. I seen him in the airplane. I seen him on the bus. I didn't really pay it no mind. But he asked me where I was from, and I told him. And he introduced himself. Told me his name was Pineapple, and we were headed to the same spot. So we're just chopping it up a little bit, and um, we get back on the plane, and we head on out to Portland, Oregon. Get off the plane, and we're headed to Sheridan. Well, this guy Pineapple, he was Hawaiian. He told me he was Hawaiian. He looked Hawaiian. He was a pretty big guy, kind of tall, just all around big guy. But I noticed a tattoo that he had on his forearm, and I've heard about this tattoo before. And it was a tattoo of the sombrero and with a dagger going through it. So I noticed that tattoo, and he saw me looking at it a couple of times, and he told me, he asked me if I knew what this was, and I told him, no, what is it? He said, I'm in the mob. I said, in the mob? At this time I was still green. I didn't really know shit. I said, in the mob? I said, you don't look Italian. And he starts laughing. He says, no, not the Italian mob. He says, I'm in the mafia. And I said, oh, really? I said, oh, okay. I said, that's what that means? He said, yeah, that's what this means. So we chop it up a little bit. And he was one of them serious person. He just looked serious all the time. Like he was mad all the time. Soft-spoken guy. So we get to Sheridan, and we end up going to the same building. And it was crazy because he got a cell way in the corner, and he was celled up with this white guy. And so he come out after we put our shit away. He come out, we chop it up a little bit, and he tells me, let's walk out to the yard, see what's up out there. Now I said, all right, I ain't tripping, let's go. So we go out there and we start walking around, and he starts seeing, different people that he knew. I guess he knew him from MDC, because he was just starting out this time too. And he tells me he has to get all these people here in line. And I'm not tripping. I'm just listening to him talk. So he introduces himself to other people, and I'm right there. I'm just hanging out. Didn't really know much about him. Just keeping my ears open. But he starts getting all kind of commissary and shit. And I was thinking, well, maybe this guy, he really is in the mob. I said, all right. So he gets bags full of commissary, like from a whole bunch of people. And so I'm just tripping out on how he's just getting all this stuff. We barely got there, and he had stacks, bags of shit, commissary and hygiene. And he breaks me off some. I said, all right, cool. So the weeks go by, and he's talking to this other dude from LA, from a harbor area, and he's talking to him. And he says, "Yeah," he goes, "You didn't know I was in the mob?" And I myself already knew that people normally don't just talk about that stuff outspokenly. This is the first time I'm even mentioning that name. And he says, "Yeah," he says, and he starts laughing, a loud ass laugh, and I was like, "Damn, this dude's laughing at him." So I'm like, "Fuck, he probably knows something I don't know," but he's laughing at it in his face. So he tells him, "What's so funny?" He looks at him all crazy, like, "What's so funny?" He said, "No, man." He goes, "You're crazy, dude. You're crazy." He goes, "You don't believe me or what?" He goes, "No, it ain't that I don't believe you. It's just like you don't have to tell me that. You don't have to tell me your business." And so I thought they were gonna start arguing. He said, "No, I'm just letting you know." So a few days go by. I mean, he still talks to the dude from Harbor area. They kick it every day and shit. Me, I do my own thing, so I just talk to different people, and you know, I didn't have no homeboys there. There was some dudes from up north there. I met, and there was some older dudes. And one of the older dudes, he had the same tattoo. And I look at it, and I ask him. I said, "Hey, I ain't trying to be nosy, but what does that tattoo mean?" He says, "You don't know what this means?" I said, "Kind of do. I kind of heard about it, but you don't have to tell me if you don't want to." He was an older dude. He was already in his 50s. I was just like 21. He says, he says, "This is an NF tattoo." He said, "But I'm retired. That's why I got on my name I put retired. That's where I got that from." Um, he said, "I'm retired though." I said, "Oh, all right." I said, "I noticed there was this other dude over there in my building. I don't know if you've seen him, but that big bald headed dude." I said, "He has the same tattoo," and he told me he was in the mob. So he told you he was in the mob. I said, "Yeah, that's what he says." So he says, "No, I don't. I didn't recognize him. I didn't see him." So as the days go by, one day he's walking around in a t-shirt, and he tells me he's gonna start working out, and he lifts up his sleeves, like touching his biceps, his arms. He's, "Yeah, I'm starting to get flabby." And in my mind, I'm thinking, "Yeah, your whole body's flabby," but I didn't say that. I was just thinking that in my mind. And he goes, "Yeah, so I gotta build these back up." Talking about his arms. I said, "Oh, all right, yeah, yeah, me too." And so I noticed when he picked up his sleeve, he had suit on his bicep. So now I'm tripping out. I said, "Well, this dude told me he was in the mob. He has suit on his bicep, but this other dude told me that meant NF." And I'm thinking to myself, that's pretty weird. I thought the mafia was down south, and I didn't think that the NF was suit. So I started to trip out. A few weeks go by. I don't say nothing. I just keep it to myself. I didn't pay no mind. That's not none of my business. And a few weeks go by, and these Hawaiian dudes that he started talking to um, came up to me and told me, "Hey, don't hang around with this dude too much." And I said, "Yeah," I said, "I was kind of thinking that too." And I said, "All right, yeah, yeah, I hear you." And they said, "Well, we just wanted to let you know because we see him always walking with you." Now he was always walking with me. I wasn't walking with him. me, I was just solo. As the weeks went by, I met a few people that I would chop it up with, and some dudes out the Bay Area, black dudes out the Bay Area. I would chop it up with them. I was into sports, so I'm ready to play basketball and shit. So I just told him, yeah, I hear you. And then a few more days go by. A couple of days go by, and this big Hawaiian dude. He was an older dude. His name was Coco. Big dude. I mean, strong motherfucker. Seen him on the weight pile, just fucking lifting all kind of shit. He comes up to me and he tells me, he says, "Hey, let me talk to you for a minute." And I said, "Yeah, what's up?" He said, "Cam, which is another Hawaiian dude. Cam told me that you hang out with this guy, Pineapple. That was his name, Pineapple." And I said, "Well, I don't really hang out with him, but he comes in when we're in the day room. He'll start telling me some of his stories, and I ain't really trying to hear him, but he just talked and." Yeah, did he talk to you about what he's involved in? And I said, yeah. I said, he has. I said, but that's none of my business. And he goes, yeah, you're right. It's none of your business. But he's going around saying he's in the Mexican mafia, and he's not. He said he is Hawaiian though. And I said, yeah, that's what he said. And he said, yeah, but he's saying that he's in the Mexican mafia, but he's not. He said he has a tattoo that's a NF tattoo. And he has a tattoo on his arm that says suit. And I said, yeah, I seen it. And he said, well, um, the suit is not NF. And I said, so are you saying he's faking it? He said, yeah, of course. He said, but I wanted to let you know that stay away from him, because he's gonna get taken off this yard. I said, all right. I said, good looking out. And he said, that's between me and you. I said, don't trip. And so a couple of days go by, and I'm in the building, and this other Hawaiian guy, the one I said his name was Cam. He said, we started talking pretty good. He said, bro, let me talk to you. And I said, what's up, Cam? He said, hey, did Coco talk to you? I said, yeah, he talked to me a little bit. He says, don't hang around this guy. This guy's no good. He goes, they're gonna do something to him, and they don't want you around. I said, don't even trip. I said, I understand. He's all right. I just wanted to make sure that he talked to you and make sure you know what's going on. And we're just telling you because we notice he's always talking to you and walking with you to chow. I said, yeah, but make sure I said, make sure you guys know that this ain't my homeboy. I mean, we just rode up, on the same bus together, but he's not my homeboy, so I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I know what they're talking about though. And they said, okay. He said, just wanted to let you know, because you're young, and we can see that he's always talking to you and wanting to tell you stories and stuff. He said he's a big fake. And so I said, yeah. And I said, good looking out. And I said, well, just let me know when, let me know when, and so I can make sure that I'm nowhere near this dude. So he said, no, I'll let you know when. And he goes, I'll let you know when. He said, but it's going to be pretty quick though. I said, all right. He said, you got a job already? I said, yeah, I got a job. He said, okay. He goes, because you guys all should have a job around the same time, and it's going to be, during the job hours. I said, all right. So he happened to get a job on the yard crew, and Coco was on the yard crew. And so I think they got him into that. They got him in that job or something. They already had it planned, so they got him to the job on the yard crew. And well, I'm walking one day, and they're building. It's like a metal detector shack. Um, they were just starting to build that, and they had the yard crew digging where they were going to put the cement. And so I'm walking to the yard one day, and the yard crew's out there, and they're digging this spot for the cement. And I seen Coco. He has a shovel, and I'm just watching from the corner of my eye. I kind of had an idea it was going to happen, because they said as soon as it was going to be during their work hour, and it was going to be pretty quick. So I was kind of like just watching from the corner of my eye, and I'm talking to this other black dude. He was out of Oakland, but he used to live in Fresno. So once I found out he was in Fresno, we knew a lot of the same people, and he lived kind of like where I used to live, but I didn't know him. But we would always talk about sports, and so I kept looking over there, and he says, "What you looking at?" He said, "Is something about to go down?" I said, "I don't know. I think so." He said, "Where?" And I said, "Over there by where they're digging where they're digging up that dirt." So he said, "Serious?" I said, "I don't know. I think so." I said, "They hollered at me already. They told me to stay away from this dude, that they were gonna get him off the yard, and I think it's gonna about to go down, because they said as soon as you start working." So I told him which one, and he said, "Oh, all right. Nothing to do with you, right?" I said, "Nah, I'm good." He said, "All right." He goes, "All right." And so we're looking over there, and out of nowhere, Coco just hits him with the shovel, bam, right in the face, and he cracks him 2 or 3 times, and this dude falls down, and he just balls up, and then these other dudes, they start hitting his ass with shovels and shit, and I'm like, fuck. So we take off walking. We take off walking towards the gym, and the deuces go off. The deuces is basically like an alarm. So the deuces go off, and they put the yard down, and we're walking to the gym. So we stop and sit down right there on the sidewalk, and we're looking that way, and I'm thinking, damn. To myself, I'm thinking, damn, man, if that dude was in the mob, fuck, he's fucking soft. He didn't even try to fight back. And yeah, they fucked him up with some shovels and shit. They were trying to chop his ass up with shovels. You know, it was crazy. That was like the first time I fucking seen somebody get removed with fucking shovels. But it was crazy, because yeah, this dude, he was thought he was slick or something. He was playing both sides or something. I don't know what the fuck his trip was, but yeah, they knew about him already, and other people might know about him, because I think he said he had 20 years, which it could have been a lie also. Everything else was a lie, but yeah, he said he had 20 years, so people might have heard of him before. Pineapple. I don't know his first name, but his last name was Arenas. But yeah, they fucking fucked his ass up. Uh, and that dude Coco was a big motherfucker too. He was big. He looked crazy. He had one eye. He had a patch on his eye. He only had one eye. But yeah, that's the story for today. And the message behind that is, um, know who you're talking to, know who you're befriending, and because they can be into some shit that you don't have nothing to do with, and if you're caught up, whatever happens to them can happen to you. So keep your ears open and pay attention. With that being said, if you like the story, hit the like, comment, share. help build the channel up. My subscribers is the number's not moving, but people want to hear these prison stories, and I try to stay away from it a little bit, but I know that's what you guys want to hear. I didn't want to just start saying them all right off the top. You know, I gotta build up the subscribers first, so they don't miss all the good ones. But with that being said, hit the like I said, subscribe if you like. If you don't like it, hit the dislike. It's not gonna hurt me. But like always, hope everybody's in good health. Hope your kids are in good health. Hope your kids are safe. I'm out. Peace.